Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from the Financial Coffee Channel.
I cannot get a job to save my life. I get rejection emails on the daily. Even when I've tried to find a serving job last year, I couldn't get one. Yet I got 6 years of experience. Try not to have a mental breakdown crying, but
I don't know. There's a lot of places, at least in California, that are hiring servers. I see help wanted posters hiring all positions kind of everywhere.
it just makes you wonder, like, are you good enough and are you gonna find a job at all, you know?
I don't know if I'm ever going to find a job again because I had been looking for so long and no one had given me anything. I have a bachelor's degree. I have 4 years of experience in mental health, 10 years of experience in childcare. I have experience in higher education, aquatics, food service.
Why not just be a teacher?
When I was in high school, I tutored refugees in English and
Congratulations. You did all these wonderful, social justice warrior type things. You're so wonderful. You're better than all of us. You deserve a job.
speak French. And I do not believe that there is any job that I am above. I'm telling you, I got rejected by Taco Bell and Sam's Club.
I mean, Sam's Club is actually a pretty decent company, I think. Well, that's a Walmart company. Maybe not.
For my bootstraps, because I would love to pull myself up by them.
Why is finding a job the most difficult thing in the world? It's harder than school. It's harder than anything I've ever done. I just graduated college, can't find a job anywhere. Everyone says I need experience, but how do I get experience if nobody hires you without experience, or they want to give you the experience?
I can agree that is a stupid circular trap that these companies put you in. I mean, half of the companies that put job offers on Indeed and stuff aren't real job offers. That's the other side of that too.
Sorry that I don't have enough experience. I was busy getting a degree that you require. Is that not enough still? Is my degree that I studied for 4 years not enough?
And again, I don't know exactly how these people are going about things. My friend has a career has a bachelor's in business. He works for the state as a insurance auditor person. All they needed was just like a 4-year degree. It could be in any 4-year degree, and you're able to work for the state with a really nice pension and retirement with them. So do they not have this in other places? I'm just wondering.
I'm so confused.
I really feel like I'm never gonna get a job again. I'm so scared because I have been unemployed for 3 months. I'm not eligible for unemployment because I just moved here. I am so stressed out. This has never happened to me before. I've always had a job. I was an honor student, 3rd in my class, so successful in high school and college.
What does that matter that you're successful in high school? High school literally does not matter at all. Very few things that you accomplished in high school is gonna be reveled by people outside of high school.
I have a bachelor's degree in poli-sci. I have 2 years
So useless degree, poli-sci. Congratulations, you played yourself.
of experience in mental health. I'm a great worker. I'm so organized.
Of course you have experience in mental health. Most women have it.
But nobody will even give me an interview. And I was crying on the phone with my mom because I was like, what if I literally can't find a job? I've been applying for months. I literally can't find anything. What am I gonna do? Am I just gonna live with my parents for the rest of my life? Because I'm not kidding you. I literally cannot get an interview anywhere.
Again, as much as these people are making videos, and I can somewhat agree, it's not the easiest thing to find a new job, but I don't think it's as hard as these people are making it out to be. You have a 4-year degree, right? Even if it's a useless 4-year degree, there are some jobs that all you need is a degree, and that you got at least a foot in. So you're at least a foot in more than people that don't have degrees. So I don't know.
Anywhere. And I have applied to hundreds, if not thousands of jobs in the past few months. I literally don't know what to do. I'm genuinely so scared. I really am terrified. I don't know what is happening in the world right now. But
I think that we're too in that digital age where everybody's using AI to send their resumes out to all of these employers and stuff. I think people need to get their boots on the ground and go to some places and actually see the help wanted sign. Again, I go out to eat pretty often. I see hiring all positions at almost most of the restaurants I go to. And most of the businesses that I'm like frequenting around a lot too. So is it a California only thing? Southern California thing? Or is it other states are like this and people just aren't seeing it because all they're doing is sitting behind a computer, looking for the things that are posted on Indeed and stuff?
I am a good candidate. I don't know what's happening.
I am currently headed to about my around 10th interview for the past 6 months. If I don't get this one, I really didn't even want to go to this one. I'm tired of it. It's exhausting going to interview every week and not getting a call back from any of them. And I'm applying for jobs.
Really? Interview every week? You said this was your 10th interview in 9 months. That's about an interview a month. Stop lying.
That are really not paying anything at all. But I need the experience, I guess. Went to school, can't find a job. Like, every year it's been something. Wish me good luck, and once again, if you know any jobs in your city or your state, I am willing to move. I have a decent amount of experience and I have a master's degree.
Oh, master's.
So yeah, here we go. This whole job search is so belittling, dehumanizing, and exhausting that it is like,
it's normal. Why this dehumanizing stuff? You're humans. Only humans get jobs. So it's a human thing.
Like, I haven't even been applying. Number one, I thought I was going to get this job. Number two, I'm just tired of the rejection letters. I'm tired of getting a rejection email at 2 a.m. knowing that it was an AI system, and me knowing if a human would have saw that, I'm definitely qualified at least to be spoken to once. I'm tired of unprofessional recruiters who call you and I'm going to pass your information along to the hiring manager. Make sure that you're looking out for an email. Never get an email. Never hear from anybody. I am tired of all of it. I'm tired of going on LinkedIn and seeing a post that was posted, not even kidding when I say this is no exaggeration, about 5 minutes ago. I'm tired of seeing them have over 100 applicants. I'm tired of going on job postings.
Again, I think it's the internet thing. Everybody wants the ease of the internet and the ease of being behind a computer and getting jobs. Walk out there and look for jobs.
Reading job descriptions and be like, yeah, I got this. Going to the end, 3 to 5 years of experience. Some of them even say internships don't count. Okay, so those 3 internships that I have that equate to over 2 years of experience on my resume, whether I did them or not, those don't count. What? So that first clip, yeah, that was my first time getting to the final stage, the final interview. After sending in at least, I've applied to about 400 jobs.
Okay, I admit when I was younger and stuff, it wasn't easy to get a job. That's why I always ended up doing, entrepreneur type things. Plus, came from entrepreneur backgrounds of family businesses and stuff. And even then I struggled throughout my life, trying to do my own business, trying to operate things myself, trying to do things on my own. And then I found a corporate job. It wasn't that hard. It was pretty cool, simple corporate job. And now I'm back to doing everything by myself again. I think maybe more people should think about it. Maybe, yes, I understand it's not a stable income, but it's also on you, right? You got to go hunt and get the money yourself when it comes to your own businesses and things like that, where people are just so in the mindset, I want to just trade time in for money.
The last 2 months, 3 months, whatever. I started in October.
Honestly convinced that people are going to college just for the experience, because there's no way
that's why a lot of women are going to college. They want to live that college life. They want to live that college experience and get ran through and do all the dorms and sorority stuff.
they're making any money off of their majors, man. Because like as a junior, I'm having conversations with a lot of my classmates about what their future plans for college are gonna be. What the hell are you gonna do with a communications degree, fam? What is that for? Like, yeah, man, I know how to say hello and what the hell? Like, we're really dropping $40,000 on this degree just so you can contract AIDS by a college girl and join a frat. Yeah, there's no way you're serious. Like, the more and more I talk with these people, the more I'm realizing that half of these people don't have any idea what the hell they're gonna do with their life.
Nope. They just go to college because college is what they're supposed to do, you know, because Society said you're supposed to go to college.
Lives. Like these dudes are applying to Ivy League schools planning on majoring in theology research. Like, my guy, you're gonna make tons of money with that degree. Working at McDonald's. My face! Just walking into universities with these dumb majors like Latin. Nobody uses that anymore. Like a lot of
This is why Asians are on top in the education game.
these dudes that are going into college with these useless degrees are gonna get no jobs. Like all these computer science majors are all working at Olive Garden, man. They're making me my chicken Alfredo as we speak. But also, this is my humble opinion. Depending on the thing that you're majoring in, that also depends on what school I'm gonna pay for. Like, if you're trying to become a teacher, why the hell do you want to go to Harvard for that?
This is true. This is actually true. So my valedictorian of when I graduated in 2005 actually got accepted to Harvard. And he went to Harvard. Guess what he is? A high school counselor teacher person. I'm like, wait, you went to Harvard for that? Why? Why? But he's like an education type person, so I'm sure he wanted the prestige of Harvard.
You're going to the local community college. Out of my face. Like, if you want to be a doctor, sure, go to those big expensive colleges. You want to be a lawyer, sure, go to Harvard Law. But if you're trying to apply to Princeton, majoring in communications, you're better sit down and go to the local state college. You like, my child can respectfully suck my
Oh man, I love this Asian guy.
big balls, man. If he thinks I'm gonna pay for any Ivy League school just for him to get these useless degree. Like, if my son ever comes up to me and says, Dad, I want to go to Yale, majoring in English, I'm slapping the shit out of him. Like, mother, am I not speaking English to you right now, you dumb? What are you talking about? Like, why in the is that even a major, man? English? I'm speaking English to you right now. Fuck you gonna learn by majoring in English, Dad? I learned
He ain't wrong.
I say hello in 3 different formats. What the And that's what I mean. I swear to God, a lot of these dudes don't put any research into the majors that they're majoring in, man. They're just choosing whatever the they want because all they're thinking about is hooking up with chicks and joining a frat. And
Hey, he's talking about men right here, right? Women are the exact same thing, but even worse for women because women are pushed more into college because of you gotta be strong and independent and your career is the most important thing.
And later on in life, they're going to realize how much they screwed themselves because they're going to be working at Burger King making $25,000 a year. They have 3 STDs and they have $30,000 of student loan debt because they majored in art. Like, yeah, man, go paint ketchup packets all over the burger buns, man. Give me a number 3. And like, I want to feel bad for them, but I can't because when you major in stupid like Roman literature, that's how you become a janitor at a middle school, bro. Like, I can't feel bad for you.
I regret going to college. Okay, I know that's probably not what you want to hear or like, you know.
That's a lot of people. I was lucky. I took the route that the Asian brother said. I wasn't majoring in anything. I didn't know what to major in because, again, family was always in business. I was just like, should I do business? Like, I'm probably going to go back to a family business. I don't really think I'm going to use my degree. So I went to community college. Did community college for 2 years. Went to Cal State for like maybe a semester. And then my family's gas station had some issues that where I had to like drop out and go to help handle the business and stuff. But I guess that was fortunate. I was fortunate that I didn't have to owe so much money or anything because I had financial aid for at least the community colleges because community colleges were so much cheaper.
You know, like maybe I shouldn't say that, right? To like, but I feel like I need to be honest. I feel like I need to be honest, and I feel like had I known these things before, I probably would have thought twice. It's a scam. It's very
Somewhat.
much a scam.
It's only a scam when you get the poli-sci or the communications or sociology degrees.
I've heard it all my life, like people saying like it's a scam, da da da, and I just thought it was an excuse for them, like their excuse for not going to college. Now look, how I feel is based on a lot of things, right? What I went through, just like the cost, and then like the stress and the pressure, like all those things, it just really wasn't worth it. I mean, imagine graduating and not finding a job post-grad a year, 2 years out. That's ridiculous. I think that's ridiculous.
I was being nosy and listening to a couple of girls that work at my gym's conversation, and they were talking about how they've had all these job interviews, applied to all these jobs, can't get a job. Now they have to work at a gym. Literally everyone is in this predicament. It's so frustrating. Like, everyone I talk to...
Again, what are you guys majoring in?
They're having these interviews, sounds like it goes great, and they didn't get the job. Who are the companies hiring then? I have not heard one person say, wow, the interview went great, I got hired. Who are they hiring? Additionally, what are we doing? Serving burgers and bartending is really, really burning me out. I'm really sick of it. Do I money launder? Is that even profitable?
Did you just say money launder? Girl, you just literally are like about to admit you're about to commit federal offenses right here.
I really, like, I could not be a stripper. Pole dancing is so hard. I could never look graceful up there. I really don't know.
I don't think you need to look graceful, girl. You just need to look naked.
What are we doing, guys?
I have 2 bachelor's degrees, but I'm currently unemployed and I'm trying to find a job and I'm not able to find a job. I feel like if you are not currently looking for a job right now in today's job market, then you will not understand how actually hard it is to find a...
Again, they're just not foot on the ground going to look for jobs. If they're just looking for any job, right? And then they're looking for a particular job in their field or whatever, then yeah, I guess.
Decent paying job. Even if you have all the credentials, I have 2 degrees, I have experience, I have a good resume, I have it all, and I'm still not able to find anything.
Like, how are these young people saying that they have it all? Like, girl, you're barely 20-something. What do you have that's all? Like, these companies see you as nothing. What are you talking about?
And people ask me, like, what do you want to do? Like, what's your, like, dream career? What's your dream job? And honestly, I don't have one. I don't dream of working. I don't want to work. There's
Oh, I wonder why you can't get a job then.
no career or job that I can think of that I would be like, yeah, I would love to do that every single day and spend
And then yet you got 2 bachelor's degrees. Why?
more of my time there than in my home that I pay a crap ton of money for. Like, no, I don't dream of working. My dream life, my dream day is to wake up by the beach or some body of water and drink my coffee and read my book, then take an afternoon nap and then read my book inside and then have a nice dinner. That's my dream daily life.
Good luck with that.
But I know in order to get there, I need some kind of money, and Monopoly money won't work. So that means I have to get a good paying job, but those are not available.
I cannot get a job to save.
I see again. They get out of college and they think they can get a good paying job off the rip. I know a lot of friends that got out of college and had normal jobs and then finally got into their career, and they had engineering degrees.
My life. Spending $8,000 a semester to go to a very good school, to not even be able to get a job once I graduate. I have nothing lined up. And it's really like overwhelming because it's like, wait, what am I supposed to do? And I'm not being stingy saying, oh, I'm only applying to certain jobs with certain salaries. No, I'm really trying to be broad. Can someone make this whole getting a job after college make sense? I'm graduating from Texas A&M University with a really high GPA. I've had an intern.
Again, nobody cares about your GPA or anything. This is exactly why the manosphere, red pill content and stuff pushes men to blue-collar jobs, to trade jobs. Those jobs are hiring. I see every single plumbing truck that drives by says, we're hiring. Every single one of those electrician trucks that drive by says they're hiring. I know a few people that own those businesses that says, I can't get enough people. I have so many jobs right now. I don't have enough plumbers to do all the jobs. So I have to deny jobs. There's plenty of jobs out there, man, but you got to look for it and you got to go towards where they're available.
I've had jobs. I have a lot of social media experience. I worked with brands. I'm pretty broad. I've done so much. I've been involved.
See, if people say all these things, if you're actually somewhat good at these things, you'd be able to find jobs. You'd be able to find gigs or things to do if you're that great at it. But I don't really think you are. You dabbled in some of these things, so you put them on your resume. You're saying that you did them, but did you really do a good job on it?
Worked my way through college. I'm graduated with honors, and I've applied to over 100 jobs and I can't get anything. And it's not like I'm applying for one specific kind of job. I'm going broad. And I had a couple interviews on Thursday, and I thought it went well. You know, my personality is great for sales, right? I've got the good GPA, I've got the work ethic, I've got it all right, but I just don't get it. Like, what's wrong? Is it something with me? Because I'm going to tell you for a fact, whatever job hires me won't regret it. I have a work ethic like no other. I bought a brand new car at 19 because I wanted it so bad.
You're just dumb. As much as you want to say you have a great work ethic, but you also make horrible decisions, it seems, especially financially.
I have worked hard for everything I've ever wanted in my life. I don't let rejection, I don't let failure, I don't let any of that stop me. I graduate 2 months from tomorrow. I got nothing lined up, nothing. I get rejection emails on the daily.
So I'm a few minutes early to my third and final interview for a position, and I am a fresh graduate, and I just want to come on here and give a little bit of insight to, that's so cute. You thought you were going to get the job, and you thought you were qualified to give people advice? Look what you got today. Yeah. When I tell y'all I could have sworn I got that job, this lady walked me out to my car. We was sitting there, you know, for an hour, not even really talking about the position, not even really talking about my experience, just talking.
That's what women do. They love the chit chat.
You know, being cool, just getting to know each other. What happened? And I bet you, because I'm going to ask her, I'm about to send her an email and be like, thank you for your consideration. I would really like to know, why did you move on to another candidate, considering I felt as if I had the experience and, you know, developed a fairly cool relationship with you? Why did you?
Again, just because you did that doesn't mean the other person or other candidates didn't do a better job.
Move on. I can almost guarantee you she's going to say years of experience. I don't understand why it is so difficult for people who are fresh out of school to find something that's not Subway. And even they don't want to hire you because you have a fucking degree. Why would you want to work at Subway? Because nobody's hiring me.
It is that trap, right? Fast food, lower career avenues don't want a person with a degree because that person isn't going to stay. That person doesn't want to stay. That person is only using it as a springboard, and most of these entry-level type jobs know that. They don't want a person with a degree that's going to leave within 6 months.
Where's the bread? I can do this at least.
My degree from UCLA is practically useless to me, and I'm sure you're wondering, Sophia, how come? You just got that thing. And I'll tell you how come. So I graduated from UCLA with a bachelor's in psychology, and practically all of my internship and work experience was in marketing, because that's what I thought I was going to do with my life after I graduated college. But then 2 months out of college, I had this sobering realization that that was actually not what I wanted to do with my life anymore. And then of course I was very panicked by that realization, because what was I going to do with my life now?
This is a bachelor's degree from the University.
Again, it is very hard to think about what you want to do for the rest of your life, but it's a very important decision that you need to think about.
Of Wisconsin-Madison.
Especially if you're going to be spending massive amounts of money to try to get there.
School of Business. I have a degree in marketing. And I know just because you have one of these does not mean you're qualified. I have so much to offer to companies, but I can't get one single one to even reply back to any application that I send out. Like, I'm talking, I don't even get a notification if my application was rejected. It's just radio silence. Like, it's almost laughable.
Again, looking for these particular fancy jobs with fancy companies.
At this point. It really has me sitting here thinking, why did I go to college, waste all that time, all that money, when it's literally not even benefiting me at all?
No.
I feel like society drives us so hard to go to college because you need that to get a job. But why is it when you get a degree, it literally makes no difference? Because they still want people with over 10 years of experience and offer them $50,000 minimum. Like, what? Truly, I don't know what else to do at this point. So if any of you guys have any recommendations, tips, or even just want to grill me for spending all the money on getting a useless degree, have at it in
You dumb girl.
this comment section, because maybe it'll boost this video to somebody that wants to give me a job.
Other account, someone was trying to get in a big argument with me. I commented on someone's video about stagnating federal minimum wage. Sorry, I'm like, ugh. I just pointed out that yesterday I went and interviewed for 2 different jobs, and I've interviewed for 4 total in the last like week or so. and they have all offered around $12 an hour, if that. And I have 3 degrees.
Does your degree help you with those jobs? Again, just because you have degrees does not mean we have to pay you more, or people have to pay you more.
I have 2 master's degrees. The comment I was responding to said that, most jobs don't pay minimum wage, right? And I commented and just said, well, I interviewed for 2 jobs today with 2 degrees, 2 master's degrees that offered $12 an hour. So I would argue that's not correct. And I would argue that's not correct because I have had such a hard time finding any jobs with my degrees. Most of the jobs around here are minimum wage and they are non-degree jobs.
Yeah. That's where most places are. Most places don't need fancy lawyers all the time. They don't need fancy marketers all the time because there's not many big companies around. That's most places.
Like the amount of jobs that are in my field with my degrees that pay more than minimum wage are bare minimum. And now everyone's coming for me in the comments saying your degrees are useless.
Yeah.
And they're not wrong. That's the thing. They're not wrong. My degrees are useless. They have been. But I think it's funny because the comments about, well, you must have useless degrees always come from a man, without fail. I mean, to be fair, my degrees have not helped me at all. That's been a problem. 2, my degrees are English literature, education, and creative writing and English literature.
Us men definitely know those are useless degrees.
Upper level masters.
And everybody's like, why in the world do you have 2 degrees and you're not using them? What are your degrees? Like, what's the story there? This is the story of my 2 bachelor degrees that I have that I am currently not really using. So I decided to go with sociology as my major, and I minored in history and anthropology. And I mainly
You know what? I can't even say much about anthropology because I have 2 friends. They're a couple. They're both anthropologists and they're both PhD anthropologists, and they both work for major tech companies. So I think anthropology is actually pretty good if you're really good at it.
decided that just because I wanted to graduate on time. Like at this point, if I chose a major that wasn't sociology, I was not going to graduate on time, and I was going to have to continue going to school for at least another year and take out even more loans. And I just wanted to be like done with school at this point. I loved the classes that I took and everything that I learned, but I knew the career path wasn't necessarily for me. But at this point, I just wanted.
So you were just lazy and shortcutted the money for yourself because you didn't want to go a little further and make sure you were going to be stable. So you stopped with a shitty degree that you knew wasn't going to take you anywhere. So you pretty much just wasted all of your college years. That's what you just did.
To graduate, I graduated with a degree in sociology, and I minored in anthropology and history.
Okay, so I know that people say go to school for what you're passionate about, and I did that. Right out of high school,
Those were the idiots that told you that. You know, my family, you know what they said? Business, lawyer, doctor, engineer. Those were the 3 degrees that were the most. Now, business was just whatever because we own family businesses. They were like, yeah, that's going to be somewhat useful. Not really, but the 3 major things. But most of my family went to college, only did business, and then they go back to do family businesses. I think I have 1 engineer cousin. That's it. Everybody else is just business owners, which turned out okay.
I went to college for criminal justice, and upon realizing that degree does nothing for me.
Criminal justice? You're gonna be a detective?
Anytime I ask somebody how did they get to where they are in this field, they just said they applied. I asked, do they have a degree? They tell me no. Because most of the stuff in that field you're going to learn while on the job training.
Most jobs are like that. Like I tell you guys, I do insurance and stuff, right? There's a test to pass the insurance to get your license. To pass that test, the information in that test isn't really that useful. It really isn't. It's not at least for you to be able to do your career properly.
I'm getting a degree in criminal justice just because they say they want a degree.
I'm not sure if I'm the only one going through this, but
I literally went to college just to get out of college and not be able to find a job in my field. Like, I'm not sure, like, everybody just want experience. What about the people that just got out of college just looking to get experience? Like, what the world? Which in reality is, I'm the problem because I'm being lazy.
But the job market has been trash. And it's been trash every single time I've needed to look for a job. It took me 6 months to find the current job that I'm at. And what's crazy about that, it's not in any of the 2 degrees that I have, and I had no experience prior to what I'm doing now. But what was so frustrating during those 6 months of applying was the fact that I had the degrees, I had the experience, and I was qualified. And these jobs did not want to pay, first and foremost. And second of all, it's like all my credentials didn't matter. Or they were like ghost posting. So like jobs
that's what I was talking about, those ghost posts.
Posting that they're hiring, but they're really not. But they just have the posting out there. And overall, it was just really frustrating. Last time I was applying for jobs, it took a little bit longer, but still at least like 6 months before I found anything. And back then I had like no experience. And even still, with the experience I have now, 2 degrees, experience in both of the fields, and was not able to find a job in those areas. But it blows my mind every single time. Like, I got these degrees for what? I have this experience for what?
People, it's got to understand, like, everybody's going to college nowadays. There's so many people going to college. There isn't that many careers that require that much college education. There's only so few. Most other careers are just mundane careers, like normal careers.
I'm working for a contracting company right now. That's what I'm doing. That was nowhere on my board of expertise, but here I am. You know what? You figure out things and you make it work. But
no, I can agree that the job market does suck. But yeah, useless degrees don't help. Kind of laziness don't help. Trying to just get jobs through only Indeed and through online sources probably isn't going to help. You might need to go out there and do some things. But this is why we push men away from college. I'm not saying college isn't good. If you're getting doctor, engineer, lawyer degrees, then you're good to go, most likely. You'll probably have a good amount of student loan debt, but hopefully you'll be able to make enough to cover those things. Where most other degrees, I can't really think of many other good jobs that, other than those 3, that really require major degrees. Everybody else can go through experience, and most trades is experience. Tell you the truth, guys, most trade companies, like plumbing companies, electric companies, they're even willing to get you trained for free. They'll pay for your training and everything because they need people so badly. Get to it, guys. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys next time.